The wind blows heavy inside the compound. Ada's standing holding a broom. Her grandmother's voice echoed in her head. Never sweep at night. If you do, you will sweep away your own destiny. But Ada's was stubborn. She didn't believe in old stories. Her little brother, Chigozi, had poured palm oil on the ground, and she didn't want to wake up to a sticky and dirty floor. The lantern flickered as she swept. Swoosh, swoosh. The air grew cold. The hairs on her arms stood up. Then she heard it. Whispers. You have called us. Ada's froze. Her heart pounded. She looked around, but the compound was empty. The lantern flame danced wildly. She forced a laugh. It's just the wind, she muttered. But the whispers came again, louder this time. You have awakened the curse. A shadow moved across the floor. Not hers, it slithered up the wall, stretching unnaturally, twisting and bending. Then the door creaked, slowly, as if someone, or something, was pushing it open. Ada's breath hung. The whisper came again, this time, right by her ear. You cannot run. Her scream pierced the night. The village of Umwoma was a peaceful place, rich in traditions passed down for generations. Every child grew up hearing the warnings of the elders, but not everyone listened. Ada's, her grandmother scolded one evening. Never sweep at night. If you do, you will sweep away your own destiny and pay road for evil. Ada's rolled her eyes. But what if the floor is dirty? Then leave it till morning. Her grandmother snapped. The spirits of the night do not like to be disturbed, her grandmother said. Ada's never understood why adults were so afraid of things they couldn't see. To her, it was just another silly story to scare children. But that night, after dinner, her little brother, Chigozi, knocked over a pot of palm oil. It spilled across the floor, dark and sticky. Ada's sighed. She grabbed the broom. I can't leave this mess here. Swoosh, swoosh. The night air turned cold. The lantern flickered. The wind blew. Then she heard it. You have called us. Ada's heart pounded. She turned sharply, but everywhere was empty and silent. The shadows seemed darker, stretching in ways that didn't make sense. Then came the whisper, right by her ear. You cannot run. A cold shiver ran down her spine. The door creaked. Ada's scream echoed through the night. Outside, the village dogs howled. The trees swayed, though there was no breeze. Her mother rushed out, holding a lantern. What is it? The shadows. Ada stammered, pointing. They moved. Her mother frowned. What are you talking about? Ada looked again. The shadows were normal now, resting against the walls. Everywhere was quiet. You must have imagined it, her mother said. Go to sleep. But Ada knew what she saw, and she knew what she heard. That night, as she lay on her mat, she felt something watching her. She squeezed her eyes shut, but the feeling never left. The next morning, Ada tried to forget about it. She went to the stream with her friends, fetched water, and laughed like everything was normal. But the whispers followed her